All right, hello and welcome to Stu Peppert Arena here in Calgary as we have some Junior B Tier 2 action between the Axemen and the Chaos here on CROW LAX TV. I'm Simon Triskovsky. I'll have the call for you here today for what is, I believe, the last regular season game at home for the Axemen. Chaos coming here on the road all the way here from Tabor, getting ready to rumble. And in between the pipes for the Chaos, I believe it's going to be Logan Jones. 2 games played for him, 9 save percentage, 2 goals against average with 2 assists as well. On the other side of the floor for the Axemen, I believe that's number 31, Grayson Alcock, who I do not have stats for, unfortunately. But regardless, we'll get ready to go with the opening face-off here between Ryder Douglas and on the other side, I believe that's Ryder Smith. Ryder versus Ryder here for the first face-off of this one. Here we go. This one's won by the Axemen, picked up instead by the Chaos as they try and get their offense on the floor, moving down the right side, heading into the Axemen zone, avoids the double team and sends it back out. This one's on the stick of Austin Sheen. Sheen back up to the top of the floor. Chaos working their way in. Trying to find someone in the slot. Wouldn't quite make it go. And now heading the other way, that's Durans. Sprinting through. He's going to launch it straight into the chest of the goaltender. Ty Hansen bringing this one up the floor. Passing that one back across. Heading straight in. It's on the stick of Michael. As he'll get knocked down, trying to shoot that one. They'll score. That one off the stick of Hunter Scrove, his 13th of the year. And I believe that was the first shot of the game as well for the Chaos. Starting strong here on the road. Face off once again won by the Axemen. And they'll get launched straight into the boards by the box. Charging in down the left side. He'll get shoved around, able to get out of the double team, but it looks like he won't escape with the ball. Now charging through there. They'll get knocked down as there's a scrum for the ball at the red line. Charging over center, knocked down. Trying to push through on that one. Passing it all the way across the zone. Ends up on the stick of Lalonde. Long shot, blocked in front, picked right back up by Matisho. Shot in on the goaltender, but it'll be quickly covered up. And they'll launch it back out to center. Axemen now the other direction. Passing it back across the zone. About 15 seconds on the shot clock. Down the right side. He'll stop and keeps trying to push in. Takes a few whacks in the arm. Charging in. Pat through the screen. And that'll be a shot, I believe, on Cameron Greenlee. I think I had the wrong name there at the beginning of the game. Greenlee has an .861 save percentage on the year, 6.3 goals against average. Has a long pass there, nearly set up a breakaway for the Chaos, but he couldn't quite find the reception. Long pass all the way up, passed into the Axemen zone. Picking this one back on the offensive side. Graham passing it to the top of the zone, trying to push through the defender. But it'll get swatted off his stick and stolen back by the Chaos. And it looks like they'll make a charge out of the zone. Weasel Fat trying to send a long pass for Austin Sheen, who's going to go to the corner to pick it up. Sheen all the way across, couldn't find somebody. It'll end up getting launched all the way down the floor. Maybe a breakaway for the Axemen, charging in. Good save by Greenlee. Instead of trying the second chance, they'll slow things down here. Passing it into the slot, or he faked it. Faked me out, that's for sure. Charging in, he'll put that shot just left of the post. Picked up in the corner now by Durans. That shot will miss. He'll get knocked into the boards. Just a touch over 10 seconds on the shot clock. Able to avoid the over and back. They'll launch it into the zone. 7 seconds now. Running out of time. Axemen get pinned in the corner. And that'll do it. Shot clock violation on the Axemen. Or no, it looks like there was another call on that play. Axemen will get it back. Passing it in front with the shot, but they'll say he had a foot down in the crease. So the Chaos will start with it at half. Charging into the offensive zone. Matisho down the left side. He'll turn back. Straight through center. Charging in. Sheen with a shot. Straight into the crest of Alcock. Loading up. He'll fire that one over center. Trying to set up a breakaway run there, but they couldn't find him. Another Axeman will pick it up and carry it to the corner. McDonald finds a teammate in front. Good save. Rebounds there. It's still loose. It'll be picked up by an Axeman as they walk this one up. Right in front. Charging in. That goes off the leg of the goaltender. Loose in front again. Picked up by the Chaos. Knocked off his stick. And now they'll go for a run. This one's on the stick of Brady Weaselfat. He's playing the body, trying to stay on the right side of half, but they'll say he stepped over, and that'll be a big play for the Axemen who are going the other way. 2-on-1, charging in on the goaltender, but he'll get knocked down, and he won't be too happy about it either. Up high. Taking their time. 15 seconds still on the shot clock. Wiring that one just right of the post. In the corner. On the right side of the floor. Sheen has it now. 20-second shot clock. Loose in front. Able to put that one just a touch over the post. Picking that one back up. Good save again by Alcock. Crossing center now. The Axemen miss on the pass, but will get the rebound off the boards. Back out to center again. Ryder Smith. Right in front on a nice pass that finds an affiliate player on the charge there. He'll pass over center. Chaos now. Down the left side with it. Robichaud. Back up high. Finds Matisho. Misses on the pass. Maybe a run the other way for the Axemen. Breakaway with a player straight on his hip. He'll go to the net. Or at least it looked like he would. He ran behind it instead, and he's just trying to keep the ball alive, but he's going to get double-teamed along the boards. As they're trying to knock it off his stick, it looks like they finally got it loose. Passing it back up high. Sheen with it. Sheen passing this one over to Scrove. Missing Lalonde on the pass, but he'll go to pick it up. Down the right side he goes. Right in front. He's loose. Shoots, and he'll score. As Michael Dick with that one blasted. 47th goal on the year for him, and that's 2-0 for the Chaos. Face-off won by the Axemen here. Passing this one back across. Starting with it up high. 15-second shot clock. Dick charging in. Puts that one off the shoulder of the goaltender. And I think they'll say he had a foot down on the play as well. The captain charging out here for the Axemen. Carter Boyd taking it over center and handing it off. Picked up by the Axemen. Down the left side with it. He'll turn back. Passing it back across once again. Sheen with it. He's going to take a few whacks. Sends a long pass, but he'll miss on it, and that's going to be an over and back call on the Chaos and a chance for the Axemen. Trying to play some defense here, but it looks like they'll end up calling him on it, and the Axemen will get a new shot clock starting with the ball in the right corner. Walks it to center, charging in, has a lane, but that shot will miss and bounce all the way, I believe, over the beams in the roof here. The Chaos now picking it up, trying to work their way into the offensive zone, and they'll put this one on the stick of Kirchhoff. Right in front, Sheen with the shot off the left shoulder of the goaltender. Back up high again, Lalonde. Passes it back behind instead. Matisho. Up high again. Sheen. Will end up getting intercepted. And now the Axemen on the charge. Sprinting through center there. That's on the stick of Anderson. Passing that one over to Nelson. Nelson trying to slow things down. He'll take a lane and charge in. Putting that off the pad of Greenlee. Chaos picking up the rebound. Running it back over center again. Nearly runs into a double team. Finds Dick instead. And runs that one straight into the pad of the goaltender. Up high with it. The Axemen setting up their offense. Charging in. They'll have a lane on the left side. Putting that one off Greenlee once again. And it looks like that we will be getting our media timeout here. Or excuse me, I don't think quite yet. I think they're instead going to call a penalty here. And sitting, that's going to be one of the defenders for the Chaos. He'll be gone for 2 minutes. Starting with it at center. That's going to be Caden Figurski. In the corner now. The Axemen working their way around. Back behind the net. Passing it back over to Nelson. Nelson launches that one low, aiming for the right corner. Couldn't quite find it. Now the Chaos back up the left side of the floor on the stick of, I believe now that's Scrove. Taking a few whacks here, waiting for some teammates to get on the floor. He's going to try and run through two defenders at once. Wouldn't have much luck with that. And the Chaos will end up losing the ball. Axemen recover it in the defensive zone. McDonald able to get it across center. But it looks like he'll have to give it back. 1:07 still remaining on the Axemen power play. As we cross the 10-minute mark of the first period here. Pass inside. Sheen walks in, fires, and he'll score. 3-0 Chaos early here. Or excuse me, I think it was called off. So we'll stay 2-0. Axemen with a nice chance. I believe he might have had a foot in the crease. I'm not even entirely sure on that one. I'm sure the Axemen aren't complaining, though, as they go the other direction and score one for themselves on the power play. A blast, I believe, off the stick of Ryder Smith for his 14th of the year. And some conversation between the refs and the coaches of the Chaos, and that's not too surprising after what happened on the other side of the floor. I'm not sure if we're going to get an answer for that one. We'll start at center either way. I'm going to assume that Sheen probably had a foot down in the crease. And that was the reason that the goal was waved off. And they're still talking about it at center here, but I'd be pretty surprised if they changed the decision that they've already made here. Obviously, no replay to go back and check. The Chaos player is going to get pushed out of the box here after that Axemen power play goal. And it looks like another Axemen, or excuse me, another Chaos player may be heading to the box here. You got to wonder if maybe it was an unsportsmanlike penalty here on one of the coaches. Again, it doesn't look like we're going to get an answer for what it was, as I didn't see any sort of call by the ref. It's just another 2-minute minor penalty to the Chaos. They'll get this one back at center here. Good chance for the Axemen to potentially tie things right back up. Only down by a goal now on the power play. We'll get a whistle here. We'll call crease on the Axemen. And it'll be picked up, and they'll start to head the other way. Hansen takes it over center. Gets knocked off his stick. And they'll start to charge back the other way. It's McKinley Rose losing the ball. A nice dodge there to get out of danger. Robichaud takes it down the left side. Finds Sheen cutting in. He'll try and push through the defense, but he won't be able to get through two defenders. Getting knocked down in the corner. Facing a double team. They'll walk it back over center now. Calder Graham with it. Passing this one back over to Figurski. Back up high again. Launches that one into the shoulder. Axemen get the rebound, so they'll keep their offense out there. Up high again. Passing it across the zone. It'll bounce back up high. Losing the ball. It'll get knocked down in the corner. Chaos trying to break out of their own zone. Looks like they won't be able to quite yet. Loose ball picked up by another Chaos defender who finally gets it back over center. And it looks like we will be getting our media timeout here, so we'll take this chance to tell you about Battle of the Border. Battle of the Border is back this September in Missoula, Montana. Tour the beautiful University of Montana campus. Learn about the CROW LAX program and full ride scholarships available for Canadians, all while taking part in the annual North vs. South Box Lacrosse Tournament. Learn more today by following us on Instagram at Battle of the Border Lax. We'll be right back with you when things get back underway here. You're watching CROW LAX TV. And as we get back underway here again, the Axemen starting with it up high. That shot put right over the crossbar as it goes all the way down the floor. So we'll see the Chaos starting with it in the corner. 5 seconds remaining on the Chaos penalty kill. So we'll get a men back in just a few seconds here. Charging in instead, though, they'll try and get a quick shot as the player out of the penalty box immediately hops on the bench, and they'll get another defender out there. Stolen back by the Chaos, down the right side with it. Trying to set something up. He'll take a few whacks. Up high. Charging in. Trying to put something on goal, but it gets knocked off his stick. As the Axemen load up. Fire that one. Long pass. Goes a little bit too far, in fact, as it misses the stick of its target. Chaos trying to set up, going the other way. One-handed catch by Robichaud. Behind the back pass, can't quite find Sheen. Will end up on the stick of Lalonde. Up high again. Matisho Passes it across. Pushing through the contact here as that goes off the shoulder of the goaltender. He'll take a whack. Austin Sheen has it up high. Passing it across the zone. Taking this one in. Kirchhoff. Back over again. Tries to find someone in front and will, but he'll put it off the post. Up high again. Robichaud. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Up high here. He'll try and spin off the defender. In front. Shot by Kirchhoff, but he won't quite be able to beat the goaltender on it. Chaos recover it, but they'll put it into the netting. Axemen will get it back. And a long Hail Mary pass finds an Axemen in the offensive zone as they try a 3-on-1, but good save by Greenlee. Rebound was there as well, but they couldn't capitalize on it. Axemen trying to set up their offense. This one on the stick of Ryder Smith. Pushing down the right side with it. As they try and put something on goal there, but the ref caught him with a foot in the crease. Chaos will take the chance to get a full sail change and get all of their offensive players on the floor. Long pass, finds Lalonde, behind the back shot, but that hits something that wasn't the netting. The Axemen now pushing over center. Straight through, down the right side, tries to find a man in front, but I think it got picked off by a defender. Second try won't go either. Axemen in the far left corner, pushing back behind the net, trying to throw it back out. It's up on the stick of Morneau. Knocked off his stick now. And he'll go for a spill in the corner, able to get up quick, trying to avoid a double team. He'll try and spin out of it. Ends up back up high, long shot, but another good save by Greenlee. Pushing in here, chance in on goal, but they won't find the net, because I think that one might have ended up missing the net entirely. Passing this one up, charging through the zone on the far side. That shot will go. The crowd erupts and the Axemen tie it right back up. 2-2. Shots are 16-8, favoring the home Axemen. So we get ready to go once again here. And with that, we're back underway. Ball is quickly pinned here. Both players trying to get it loose. Surrounded by their teammates, and the Axemen will end up with it. But I think they'll give it back to the Chaos. .3:45 roughly remaining in the first period of play here. Tied lacrosse game. Chaos up high. Down the left side with it, pushing in. That's Sheen with the ball, and he'll score on the play too. Grabbing the lead right back for the Chaos. And I think that's already point number 3 on the night for Austin Sheen, making 115 on the year for him. .330 left in the first period here. Sheen. Chaos working with it around here. Sheen trying to find a pass inside. Not quite able to find the stick of Kirchhoff. Will end up loose behind the goal, where it'll be picked up by the Axemen. Pushing down the right side with it. He'll spin back, 20-second shot clock. Plenty of time to work with here for the Axemen. On the far right side. In the corner. He's going to try and find a lane here. Works off a screen. Needs to do something with it, though. He'll take the shot and score. A long one by Calder Graham. And that ties things right back up at 3. Picked up by the Axemen at center. Knocked loose. Chaos trying to recover it. And they'll end up finding it in the neutral zone. Down the left side. With it up high. Robichaud. Scrove trying to find somebody in front. Will end up getting picked off instead, and now the captain's going to go for a run here for the Axemen. Handing it back off. Nelson. Passes this one back over. Will end up getting knocked loose. Nelson able to find it, or at least it looked like he would be able to. Knocked off his stick instead. Pushing through as the Axemen try and set something up. They'll have to send it back up high. Need a long shot here. Tried a bouncer, but wouldn't quite get enough elevation on it to beat the goaltender. Long pass here as he tried the Hail Mary, but couldn't quite find the stick. Axemen send a long pass here. Ends up bouncing all the way to the goaltender's stick. Greenlee loading up. He'll pass this one up. Shoving him into the boards now. Sheen. Over to Robichaud. In the corner now. Back across. Pushing in. He had a shot there. He decided not to take it, and now they're running out of time. Lalonde. Back to Sheen. Sheen loads up. Fires. Scores. Chaos grab a fourth. .42 seconds remaining in the first period here. Chaos grab a lead once again. This will get pinned at center. Chaos player will lose a stick, but they'll win the face-off regardless. In the corner. Picked up by the Axemen. Making a charge towards the crease. But it looks like they're going to make them start with the ball in the corner here. And it looks like because of that, the Axemen are going to choose to take a timeout here. So we'll take a short break and be right back with you when the action continues. Axemen loading up once again to start with it in the corner. 15 seconds remaining. They'll send it back up high. Smith with it. 6 seconds. They need to do something here. Running out of time. Setting this one right in front, but it'll be a good save by Greenlee. And that will do it for the first period of play here. 4-3 is your score, favoring the Chaos. And we'll be right back with you when the action continues in roughly 10 minutes. All right, welcome back. Second period action about to get back underway here as both teams are getting ready to go here. Chaos Axemen. Score is 4-3, favoring the Chaos after 20 minutes. Your shots so far 18-10, favoring the Axemen. And it was tied 3-3 right until the last minute of the first period there, when I believe it was a shot from Austin Sheen that broke the tie. Now with both teams heading the opposite direction, we'll see if anything changes. It looks like one of our referees is heading to center, and we're finally ready to get underway. Face off between Douglas and Smith. Here we go. This will be won by Ryder Smith. Axemen starting with their first offensive possession of the second period. Up high. Down the right side. Long shot goes off the backboards. Nearly grazes the roof, but doesn't quite get there. Durant's passes it right in front. Misses on it. And the Axemen need to shoot it. They're going to end up rolling it into the corner. And we'll see the Chaos starting with it from there. Chaos with only 10 shots in the first period. Able to score on 4 of them. We'll see if they can keep that rate up. Missing that pass. It'll bounce off the backboards. Running back to get it will be Austin Sheen. Pass it all the way across. Up high. Long shot goes just a touch by that left post. That'll end up getting put into the backboards. And the Chaos will have to leave it for the Axemen. Moving up the floor now. Down the left side. Picked off right back by the Chaos. And they're going to take a few whacks. Sheen didn't like what he saw. Decides not to shoot it. Passes it over to Lalonde. Lalonde into the corner now. He'll take his time. Tries to play off a screen. He'll see a lane and push his way in. Misses Lalonde on the pass to the slot. And a long shot there by Sheen will miss. And that'll result in a shot clock violation once again here on the Chaos. Pushing over center now. Albers trying to lose his defender. Down the right side. Right in front, behind the back shot. Wow, what a play there by the Axemen as they tie things right back up. And an absolute blast. Beats Greenlee, catching him by surprise. I believe off the stick of Braden Nelson. Chaos with it up high. Sheen on the left side. Cross to Dick. He'll miss on the shot as it goes left by the post. Back up high we go again. Kirchhoff. Long shot. Block in front. Will end up going off the pad and off the boards and down the floor. Down the right side. Dick tried to send a pass across to Scrove, I believe, but I think he missed on it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They try and push this one in. Will end up loose. Jumping on the ball. That'll be Scrove again. Sheen now. Cross the zone. Long shot goes just by the post. And behind the play, an Axemen went down, but it looks like he'll be all right as he runs off to the bench. Pushing in, Chaos. Missing on the shot as it goes all the way down the floor again. It'll be bobbled by the Axemen here. Going into the corner. Chasing that one down. Will get picked up by Maxwell Lister. That'll end up getting launched into the boards. That shot won't go. Up high, long shot off the post. Austin Sheen with it. Walking in, he loses one defender, puts it into the crest, finds a goal. And that'll once again break the tie, giving the Chaos the lead. Picking back up in the offensive zone, the Axemen. Jackson Durans pushing in. He has a shot, but he'll miss and put it over the shoulder of Greenlee. In the corner now, back up high, down the right side, pushing in, right in front, but they'll miss on the pass. Chaos with the ball now. Axemen getting given back the ball. Trying to make a play here from the corner. Braden Nelson back up high to Calder Graham. And they're going to wave that one down. Chaos, long pass. Making their way up the floor. Missing on that shot just by the right post. Axemen with the rebound, but it'll get stolen right back by the Chaos before bouncing right back to an Axemen. Neither team quite able to hold on to it. Long shot from up high, off the pad, back into the corner. Grabbing that one once again. Will end up getting knocked over center. Smith. He's going to walk this one back up nice and slow, letting his offense get back on the floor. Back across the zone again. So he'll end up right in front, walking back behind the net. 15-second shot clock, plenty of time to work with. Back up high on the right side. Trying to work off a screen, pushing down the right. Walking back up, running out of time, has to fire, misses on the shot, and that'll be a shot clock violation on the Axemen here. On the right side. Kirchhoff. Passing that one over to Sheen. Sheen trying to lose his defender. Loses a stick instead. Axemen trying to jump on him. Multiple bodies hitting the floor. And we'll get a whistle here. And it looks like they're going to give it back to the Axemen. Alberts missing that pass. It'll end up going all the way back to the goaltender, Cameron Greenlee. Pushing their way up. Shot in on The Axemen goaltender as a player gets knocked down in the far left corner. Axemen being given back the ball here. And they'll push their way up. McDonald tries to find a cut man, won't be able to hit him. Back across the zone, 15-second shot clock. Down the right side now. Shot in on the goaltender is quickly covered up by Greenlee. Chaos now the other way. 13 minutes remaining in the second period. 5-4. Chaos leading what has been a very back and forth game. Up high. Working their way in. Up at center. Sheen with a long shot, but he'll miss on it. Shot clock still running out, and that one's just going to go off. Axemen will start with it in the corner. Will end up being given back to a Chaos player here. As a shot there goes right. Long shot there, ends up on the stick of the goaltender. Back behind the net we go. Up high. Robichaud. Lalonde now. Tries to send that one back across. Couldn't find his target. Sheen, long shot, bounces just a touch too high. And it's going to go all the way into the box. A chance the other way for the Axemen. All the time in the world. He'll fire. Second try. Will it go? But he'll get knocked off his stick. Axemen still with it. 3-on-2. Pushing their way into the zone. Looking for a way to tie this one up. Won't find it there. Passing that one in front, but it'll be a nice cover by Greenlee, excuse me. Now heading down the right side of the floor. They'll try and pass that one across. It'll nearly get picked off by Colby Albers, who's going to apply pressure here. Passing it back over. Scrove sends this one into the corner. It'll bounce all the way to the slot right in front of the Axemen goaltender. But that's going to be another shot clock violation on the Chaos. Smith. He'll pick this one up. Getting pushed into the boards. And a big whack there. As that ball's going to get knocked loose and pushed into the corner. There's a little bit of confusion on the floor here. Graham. Making their way down the right side now. Chaos able to get it over center as we cross into the second half of the second period. About 9:50 remaining. On the far left side, up high. Robichaud is going to fire. It'll get picked back up. Lalonde in front, but he'll have to give it back before he can get a shot off. Quick whistle here. And it looks like that is going to be our media timeout. So once again, we will take a second to tell you a little bit about one of our sponsors, Battle of the Border. Battle of the Border is back this September in Missoula, Montana. Tour the beautiful University of Montana campus. Learn about the CROW LAX program and full ride scholarships available for Canadians, all while taking part in the annual North vs. South Box Lacrosse Tournament. Learn more today by following us on Instagram at Battle of the Border Lax. We'll be right back with you when things continue here. You're watching CROW LAX TV. Axemen restarting here with it at center. Passing it down the right side. Nelson will load up, won't take the shot. Taking a few whacks here as the goaltender runs to the bench. Axemen trying to get a chance at some 6-on-5, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to keep it on the right side of the floor. Heading to the box, it's going to be Hale Maxwell Lister for 2 minutes. So the Axemen will get the chance at the power play. Fakes the shot, runs in, has a lane, fires that one just right of the post. Durans loading up. Takes that shot and puts it into the left pad. Missing on that one. Getting some help from his goaltender in the corner. Axemen will recover it regardless. It'll be passed up, back up to center. Durans trying to find a man in front. Will end up missing on it. And that's going to be an over and back call on the Axemen. Chaos getting the chance to start with it here on the penalty kill. Finding a man right in front, but he won't be able to get it on his stick. And it'll be knocked right back down at center. Trying to put it into the slot, but not able to hit his stick. Heading the other way now, a long pass. Trying to find a man charging towards the Chaos net. And it looks like it's going to be given back to the Axemen. Chaos having to sprint right back onto the defensive side of the floor. Working their way around. Up high with it. Passing it over once again to Ryder Smith. Long shot there off the stick of, I believe, that is Tate. Trying to spin off of him. The Axemen able to recover once again. Up high, pushing that one across the left side. 15 seconds remaining on their power play, 20-second shot clock. Putting that one low, Greenlee with a good save there. Passing that one to center. Sends that one up and down the floor. Chaos with it. And they'll get set up their offense. Once again, back at even strength here. Sheen trying to find a teammate. He's going to end up trying to lose his defender instead. Firing it from far outside. As the goaltender sends a behind-the-back pass. Cross center. Walking in. The Axemen, another try. He'll fire it again. Puts that one wide left of the post. But they'll recover it once more and keep their possession alive. Finds a man right in front, putting it low. Cameron Greeny ready to meet him. That pass sent over center. Sheen pushing their way in. Passing that one over the top of the net. But it looks like they'll get him on a shot clock violation. The Chaos the other direction here with a chance. Pushing in. 2-on-0. As the goaltender shuts it down, and he'll look for another Hail Mary pass. Breakaway for the Axemen, charging in, has to dive. Did it go on goal? Where's the ball? I don't even think the ref knows. They took out the net in the process, and it looks like they're going to send him to the box. the Chaos goaltender still on all fours here. They'll fix the net. As they try and check on the goaltender here. It looks like he's going to be okay. Giving a nod to the bench. As the backup goaltender over on the Chaos bench looked like he was starting to get ready just in case, but he's now stopped, and I think it's a safe assumption that Cameron Greenlee is going to stay between the pipes here. It does look like that'll be the case. Some conversation still going on the floor. 2 minutes being given to the Chaos defender. About 5 minutes remaining here in the second frame. 5-4. Axemen with a good chance to attempt to tie it. Missing on that pass. Morneau passing it back up high. Looks at that shot. He'll fire it, but it'll go off the stick and into the netting. Durans back up high again. Smith. They'll work their way around with it. Losing it once more. 20 seconds still on the shot clock. Trying to find a lane. Passing it right inside, but missing on the pass again. And the Chaos start to move up the floor here. Running through a few defenders. He's going to try and do it all by himself. Beating the captain as well. Runs into a double team. Losing the ball, but he's still fighting for it. Finally, he'll take a spill. Wasting a lot of time on the power play of the Axemen. Jackson Durans. He'll hold it for a moment. Passing it back over. And it looks like there might be something wrong with Durans' stick that he's trying to fix. And he's going to sprint off the floor. Shot clock will go off on the Axemen, so the Chaos get a chance to head the other way. Weasel Fat passes it to Sheen. Sheen trying to find a lane, beats two defenders, takes out the goaltender as well, who's going to have a quick word with him as well. A defender letting him know how he feels about it. And an outraged Chaos bench. Clearly not too happy about the Axemen taking out their star player. It looks like Sheen's going to head to the box here, assumingly for interference. We're going to see multiple people go into the box, actually, as it's going to be one Chaos player, one Axemen. Sean Nielsen is going to head to the box as well. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But we could be heading to some 4-on-3. And a lot of yelling happening here between both benches. Chaos clearly not too happy about what's unfolding here. Both captains at center, trying to figure out what's going on here. Still 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Still trying to iron out whatever wrinkles they have. It's going to be roughing and interference, I believe, if I saw that right. That call was very fast, but I think it was interference to Sheen and roughing I believe Deshaun Nielsen. Both are going to be for 2 minutes as we wait for them to put it on the boards. 5 players on the floor for the Axemen. 4 for the Chaos. So it looks like they'll be coincidental here. And now the ref is going back to talk once again with the coach. And now they're correcting it, giving the ball back to the Chaos now. As it looked like the ref took some advice from the crowd on that one. Lalonde sets a screen for his teammate. It'll end up back up high. Down the right side, Lalonde loading up, 15-second shot clock here. He sees a lane and he's going to make a charge for it, but he'll have to spin back. Defender was a little bit too quick for him. Getting pinned in the corner now. Running out of clock to work with. They need to get a shot on, but it doesn't look like they'll get it. Tried the odd angle shot. He might have hit the crossbar, but it won't help him out there as the Axemen get it regardless. Colby Albers passes that one into the corner. Morneau tried to find his teammate on the other side of the crease. Wouldn't find him. And now we'll see the Chaos go for a run. Passing it into the corner. Kirchhoff in front. There's a shot there from Matisho. Gets stopped. It'll be picked up by the Axemen. Trying to go for a run here, but he won't be able to outrun the ball. Greenlee loads up and sends this one over to a defender. On the right side, they'll hand it off to Dick. Back over once again. Now on the stick of Dash Robichaud. Right side, Lalonde, 10-second shot clock, back up high, loading up and firing, but that one misses right of the net. We'll call an over and back now on the Chaos. Axemen's ball in the offensive zone. Durans is going to take a whack in the arm, nearly takes a spill, able to get back on his feet quick though. Pushing their way in. Into the crease, spinning shot, they'll shoot. They won't score, and they'll have to go back over half to try and find it. Over and back now on the Axemen. Chaos trying to head the other direction. Running in, Robichaud with a chance, he'll score! And the Chaos will score thanks to all the confusion, and potentially could be heading into the third period with a 2-goal lead. Ball will be picked up at center. Axemen trying to scoop it into the offensive zone, but they won't be able to get it onto an offensive stick. Chaos sending a long pass that won't go their way. Will be picked up in the defensive zone by Calder Graham, and he'll run it up himself. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Sends a pass inside, they'll score! The Axemen getting things a little bit closer here. Now only down by 1. I believe that was Jackson Durans on the cut. Able to find the ball on the other side of the crease. And now we'll get ready for another face-off here. 1:25 remaining in the second period. 1 goal difference between these two teams. A little bit more of a difference in the shot category, though. Axemen still leading there, 34-18. As many players are going at it here. They'll be picked up by the Chaos, running into the offensive zone now. Back up high on the stick of Dash Robichaud. Robichaud over to Dick. Back across again. Up high, pushing his way into the offensive zone. Sheen missing on the pass. Will end up knocked all the way across, and that is going to be a shot clock violation. The Axemen pushing into the offensive zone. Right in front, they'll score! Back-to-back goals by the Axemen, tying things right back up, 6-6 with 38 seconds remaining in the second period. Douglas and Smith going at it at center. This one will be won by Ryder Douglas. Taking a few whacks in the stick there. Sending it over to Sheen. Sheen over to Dick. Back across again to Matisho. On the right side of the floor. Cross the floor again. Trying to shoot that one, but won't be able to find the right side of the post. Lalonde loads up and fires. Blocked and sent into the corner. Still a lot of shot clock to work with, though. Chaos passing it across. Robichaud not able to find the back of the net there as the buzzer goes off, and that will do it for the second period of play. And heading into the third, we've got a tied game here. We'll be right back with you when the third period starts and action continues. You're watching CROW LAX TV. right, welcome back. You're watching CROW LAX TV, and we've got third period action between the Axemen and the Chaos. I'm Simon Shishkovsky. I'll be bringing you the commentary for the final frame here between these two Junior B Tier 2 South Division rivals. As the refs check with both coaches and make sure that everybody's ready to go here. Score is still 6-6. 35 shots to 19. As that counter is favoring the home Axemen. As there's still a conversation going on between the referee and the head coach of the Axemen as they try and iron out everything that needs to be figured out here. And it looks like we're finally ready to go here. Ryder Douglas versus Ryder Smith for the opening face-off of the third period. 6-6 your score. Axemen, Chaos. Here we go. Face-off will be won by the Axemen, but they'll wave it down, calling an infraction on it. So it looks like we'll see, excuse me, I think the Chaos, or excuse me, the Axemen are going to stick with the ball here. And here we go. Down the right side, Axemen trying to set up their offense. Thought about sending it across the crease. Decided against it. Tried that time, but he missed on the pass. Ends up on the goalie stick of Cameron Greenlee. Austin Sheen picking it up at center. Down the left side. Back up high again. Dash Robichaud. He'll work his way down the left side. Finds a man cutting. Right in front. They'll score. Chaos go up by one early here in the third period of play. And just 40 seconds into the third period, the Chaos have their lead back. And we'll get ready for another face-off here. Both players hitting their knees and getting ready to rumble here. And they're going to end up blowing this down right away. Axemen will get the chance to start with the ball. Running down the right side, Calder Graham trying to outrun, I believe that's Ryder Douglas. Heading the other way now, the Chaos able to get the steal. Not the breakaway, though. One-on-one with the captain of the Axemen. Passing it in front. Sheen with the chance, but he'll bobble the play, and he'll end up loose in the corner. Winding up and firing. Long pass, but it'll be picked off by the Chaos, and now they'll head the other direction. Right in front. Pushing in. Sheen with the shot. Rebound was there, but it'll be covered up by the goaltender, Grayson Alcock. Up high. Starting to move down the right side with it. That'll be on the stick of Tate. Tate trying to lose Dash Robichaud, sending a desperation shot in on the goaltender. Able to avoid a shot clock violation, but the Chaos will get the ball anyway. Heading into the corner now. Down the left side with it. Scrove passing it inside. Up high again, top of the arc. Long shot won't go. It'll be a jump ball for it. Winning it will be Austin Sheen. A long shot by the Chaos. Goes off the goaltender and into the far right corner. Trying to find it here. It'll be picked up by Michael Dick. getting shot over top of the net and in the opposite corner. Matisho finds Sheen. Working their way around the net. A long shot, not able to beat Alcock. Will end up hitting the netting. And the Axemen will finally get a chance here to go the other direction. This pass will end up going over center. Braden Nelson passing it across. The Axemen trying to set something up. He'll get pinned along the boards and taken down. Doesn't look like we'll get a penalty out of that one. The Axemen will just get it back with a new shot clock. With it now on the right side. Trying to push through the defender. Taking a few whacks. Running in, diving shot. But the goaltender followed him the whole way, and the Chaos get it back. Ty Hansen trying to run it out himself. Sending it over to Robichaud, and we get a quick whistle. And it looks like the Axemen will get it now. Still down by a goal, 7-6, favoring the Chaos. Up high with it, passing that one across the zone. Charging in, passing it right across. Behind the back shot, will not go for Jackson Durans. And it looks like we might be getting an illegal cross-checking call here. Heading to the box is going to be Ryder Douglas. And as good of a chance as any for the Axemen, with a chance to tie things back up on the power play. Starting with it at center will be Ryder Smith. Smith will start his slow approach into the offensive zone. Passes it along the right side of the arc. He'll get it back. Loads up. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock. Durans puts it back below the goal line. Up high, cross the zone, loading up and fired. Nelson scores. Braden Nelson with a cannon from the right side of the offensive zone, tying things up at 7. Just 4 minutes into the third period, we've seen a goal from both teams. I don't think the Axemen have been able to have a lead yet in this game. They've tied it up on multiple occasions, but they haven't been able to take one for themselves yet. Face-off will get blown down immediately, and it's not the first time we've seen that happen today. It'll be popped right over to McKinley Rose, who's trying to push his way into the offensive zone. Passing it back across. Tate with it. Tate to Smith. Smith with it at the top of the slot. Gets knocked down. Passing it across. Shot by Rose. But it'll miss on the play. Second try won't go either. Picking it up there. Tate. Cross again to Rose. Along the boards there, Durans. Charging in. Gets the shot off, but it'll be a good save by Greenlee. Now a chance the other way. Chaos going for a run. He has to beat 2 defenders. Sprinting through. Contact. One-handed shot, but it won't be able to find Twine. Axemen starting within the defensive zone. Down the right side we go. In front of the net. Nice save by Greenlee once again. And now the Chaos down the left side. Moving with it there. Trying to find just about anything. Able to find Sheen. Sheen cutting through. 2-on-1. But they weren't able to get the payoff. Passing it across. Lalonde. Good save by Grayson Alcock. Keeping things tied at 7. Heading down the floor now, Calder Graham. Trying to push his way through a much bigger defender. Didn't have much luck. Axemen walking around the outside with it. He'll try and run through the lane. Not quick enough. Defender able to knock him right out of it. Picked off by the Chaos on the missed shot as they make their way out to center. Facing some tough pressure, but able to hold on through contact. Sprinting through it, trying to run through all the defenders here is Hunter Scrove. He's able to hold on to the ball, but he's getting pushed around. Finally, he'll get rid of it. Dash Robichaud now. Behind the back pass, into Scrove. He'll fire, but that'll be a good save going right into the crest of Grayson Alcock. Up high once again. Both offenses going at full steam, trying to find a way to break this tie. Chaos passing it across the zone to Robichaud, but it's picked off. And we're going to get a slashing call here. This one is going to go to the Axemen. So we're going to see a Chaos power play. It's going to be a 2-minute minor penalty here. Taking it at center is going to be Jet Matisho. Matisho walking this one up over to Sheen into the corner for Robichaud. They'll do a full rotation and end up right back at Matisho. Working their way around. Not afraid to take their time, heading the other way now. 10 seconds still on the shot clock, running out of time. Matisho passes it across. A hard shot goes off the shoulder. Dick back to Matisho. 30-second shot clock. Will start up once again. Back up high. Top of the key. Rotating their way around. Trying to hit the stick of Sheen. Will go all the way across the zone. Dick charging in here. Back up high again. Matisho. They need to fire. They will. That goes over top of the net. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the Chaos. As the Axemen will get a chance to start with it in the offensive zone. Still on the penalty kill for about a minute here. With it in the corner, Colby Albers. He's going to take a few whacks. Taking a sprint down the right side. Passing it inside now to Nelson. But missing on it. And the Chaos get it back at center. Slowing things down, waiting for the offense to get out there to join them. Now on the stick of Austin Sheen. Sheen over to Matisho. To the corner. He'll end up back with Matisho. Back across again. Sheen in front. He'll load up and fire. Loose still. Sheen will find the rebound. Matisho running up. Chaos trying to collapse. They'll take a shot, but they'll miss on it. It'll end up back behind. Austin Sheen with another one. But he'll end up getting his own rebound. 15-second shot clock now. Even strength. Missing on the pass. And that's going to be an over and back call now. 11:27 remaining in the game here. And they'll get pinned along the boards. Calder Graham with it. Passing it inside. That one's on the stick of McKinley Rose. Rose inside for Durans, but he couldn't make it stick. And now heading the other direction, the Chaos. Getting knocked off the ball there. Maxwell Lister not able to set anything up. And it looks like that'll end up being a shot clock violation, I believe. Robichaud. Back up high. Sheen. To Lalonde. Lalonde behind the net. Running it up himself. Matisho. Runs across the slot. Back up high again. 10-second shot clock. Bit of a misplay. Sheen finds it regardless. Shoots it low. And he'll be met on the spot by Grayson Alcock. Passing this into the far corner. Cross the zone. 10-second shot clock. Up high again. Smith wires this into the crest of the goaltender. And now they'll head the other way. Ty Hansen, he'll go for a run. 2-on-2. Passing it across. Pushing his way in. They'll have to spin back. 15 seconds. Down the right side. Michael Dick passes it back up high. Matisho back across. Looking for a shot. 3 seconds. He'll get tied up. Needs to fire. Cross to Sheen, who runs out of time. And it looks like we will get our media break here, which gives us a chance to tell you about one of our sponsors, Battle of the Border. Battle of the Border is back this September in Missoula, Montana. Tour the beautiful University of Montana campus. Learn about the CROW LAX program and full ride scholarships available for Canadians. All while taking part in the annual North vs. South Box Lacrosse Tournament. Learn more today by following us on Instagram at Battle of the Border Lax. We'll be right back with you when the play continues. Axemen in the corner, trying to set up their offense. Touch over 9 minutes remaining in the third period. Long shot goes off the pad of the goaltender. Second try as well. And we'll see an Axemen hit the floor. He'll be quick to his feet, thankfully. And it looks like we're going to see an Axemen power play here, as Maxwell Lister is going to go take a seat in the box. Smith collects it at center as they start to move into the offensive zone. Down the left side with it. Back up high again. Smith loads up and fires. That one goes right into the crest of Cameron Greenlee. And now they're trying to run out. Weaselfat is going to lose it on the play. Charging in here. Another try by the Axemen. They'll score. And their first lead of the game is an important one, as they go up by 1 here. 8:46 remaining in the third period. Scoring on the power play. And we'll see if the Axemen can hold on to it. Still plenty of time left to go. Both of these goaltenders have been excellent. And now all eyes are going to be on Grayson Alcock. Douglas versus Smith here at center, as they position the ball and get ready to go. It's going to be one here by the Axemen. And a big hit there at center is immediately blown down. And it looks like we might be seeing an immediate penalty here going to Maxwell Lister. And it's going to be roughing on the play here. Two-minute minor. You don't have to, I'm going to restart that sentence again. You don't have to have too good of a memory to remember how the last Axemen power play went for them, as they now have a pretty good chance here to go up by 2. Passing that into the slot, putting her low, not able to beat the goaltender, and now going for a run here. Doing it all on his own, and it's going to get blown down, and I believe given back to the Axemen. as we get a quick freeze here to try and figure out what's going on. I'm unsure on whether or not we saw a timeout there. I might have missed the call on the play as the refs all try and figure out something here at center. The Chaos are already back out on the floor. Axemen joining them. And it looks like we're ready to go again here. Still only one man in the box, so they didn't call any new penalties. And it looks like we'll just be starting with the Chaos on the outside. 1:42 remaining in the Axemen power play. Austin Sheen with it on his stick up high. And it looks like they were finally, oh, just kidding. They weren't quite able to fix it. Looks like they're still working on it, as a buzzer went off right as it was about to start. So they'll put the penalty back on the board. And they're going to run the shot clock. And I think once they do that, we're going to be ready to go here. And here we go. Robachat passing it to Sheen in the corner. They try and set up a play there. It didn't work. Going for a run on the other side. Trying to find one of his teammates in the corner. That was Scrove, but he'll bobble the reception, and now the Axemen try and go for a run. Back up high. Durans. That shot by Calder Graham goes off a stick and into the netting. So it'll be given back to the Axemen here. Tate. Back to Graham. Takes a shot, bounces high. Greeny was ready for it. Will be picked back up by the Chaos, whose player gets smoked in transition. And it looks like the Chaos will get it back here. Dash Robachad down the left side with it. 7:25 remaining in the third period of play, as both teams are quickly getting physical here in this game. Up high again. Robachad, long shot, gets sent into the corner. Running through center with it. Albers passes that one right off to Nelson. Nelson over to Morneau. Loading up and firing that one off the shin pad of the goaltender. Morneau will have it again before passing it back across. Loading up and firing that one into the helmet of a Chaos defender. Trying to set up their offense here, pushing in, had an odd man advantage, couldn't take advantage of it. Will end up back outside, 20-second shot clock, long shot, misses. I think it was blocked up high there. And it'll be launched into the corner where the Axemen can find it. 6-on-5 here as a penalty is being called on the Chaos. On the right side, it'll get shot along the glass. Walking in, firing a low. Cameron Greenlee able to find it. And the Chaos are going to head to the box once again. It's going to be Ryder Douglas this time, as we wait for the call on it. It's going to be an illegal cross-check. He'll sit for 2. Smith will have it up high. And he'll get ready to go here. Smith passes it along the left side. Walking that one into the corner. Back up high again. Long shot. Goes by the right post. ends up down on the floor where it'll be picked up by Cameron Greenlee. Running down the right side with it now. Maxwell Lister gets it stolen off of his stick. Heading the other way now as the Axemen try and set up. As we get a whistle here. 5:20 remaining in the third period of play. It looks like there's going to be a penalty here on the Axemen. In fact, they might even take both here. I seem to see some sort of hand gesture, meaning that the Chaos might be getting one as well. Heading in the box to serve it. As now the Chaos have 2 players in the box. It's probably a safe assumption that it's going to be coincidental. It'll be 2 minutes. And it does look like we may be getting some 4-on-3 here, I believe, as currently the numbers on the floor seem to suggest that. Now we have 5 Axemen on the floor. Still 3 only out there for the Chaos. And it looks like we just got a 4th there for the Chaos, so that'll confirm it. They will be regular coincidentals. Sheen is going to head off the floor. 1:20 remaining on the power play for the Axemen. As they pick it up at center and walk this one down. Down the right side with it. Up high. Loading up. Thinks about the shot, won't take it. Back up at the top of the crease again. Working their way into the close corner. Thinks about the shot. He'll take that one, putting it off the pad. And the Chaos head the other way. Nearly a long pass. The Axemen could have picked it up, but he blew a tire. And now we might see a chance for the Chaos, or at least it appeared to be. The Axemen with a steal heading the other way. Wyatt Durans sending it into the corner. Axemen getting their offense out there. 30 seconds remaining on their power play. And about as good of a chance as they're going to get at going up by 2. Up high. That shot blasted underneath the goaltender. The ball was still loose. Greenlee realized it in time to dive on top of it. And now they'll rush up the right side of the floor. Back up high. Jet Matisho. Matisho to Robichaud. Into the corner. Cross again. Matisho loading up and firing. Loose in front. Chaos able to recover it, and they'll keep their offense out there. Even strength. And they need a goal. Up high. Sheen fires into the crest. Rebounds there. Chaos able to find it. But they're getting pushed into the boards here. Kirchhoff. Long shot there from the Chaos. Ends up hitting the roof, I believe. So that's going to be Axemen ball with 3 minutes remaining here in the third period. Albers sending that one into the corner. Nelson chasing it, but he won't be the first one there. It's 3:06 remaining. They'll get it over center, taking a whack in the process. Austin Sheen. Sheen taking a hit. Tries to hit a man cutting through center. Spinning shot while falling down. Couldn't hit the net. Pushing in. Matisho on the shot. He'll score. Chaos tying things right back up. Or no, they wave it off. Axemen the other way, won't be able to score as he gets knocked down. And it'll stay 8-7 here. As that shot goes into the stick of the Chaos goaltender. Running the other way now. Through center. On the stick of Sheen. Sheen passes that one back up high. 15-second shot clock. Chaos still need a goal. Sheen spins off the defender. Gets another player out there. Sheen sprinting through the offense. He'll score! That one will count, that's for sure. As the Chaos tie it right back up with 2:07 remaining in the third period. As we'll get ready for another face-off here. Shots still heavily in the Axemen favor. Ryder Douglas versus Ryder Smith once again here. Both players very used to seeing each other in that face-off dot at this point in the game. And it looks like it'll be won by the Chaos. It'll get knocked off of the stick there. And recovered by the Axemen. Trying to run through transition here. Down the left side with it. Nearly gets it knocked off his stick. Wyatt Durans passes it out. They'll fire that one just high. Maybe a chance the other way for the Chaos. He's all alone. No one to get him. He'll shoot, but not able to beat the goaltender. Bobbling the ball here. Nearly giving it up. He'll be able to go back and get it. Colby Albers with it up high. Calder Graham passing that one across the zone. Durans, long shot, he'll score! The Axemen break the tie with just 1:10 remaining. And just like that, the Chaos are in a bit of a bad spot. As both teams just continue to tee off on each other. The Chaos only have a minute here to find an answer. Ball will get pinned here at center. Neither team has picked it up yet. Axemen knock it into the boards. And it'll be picked up by the Axemen. So they'll get the first possession of the final minute. Durans sprinting through, trying to grab another. He'll put it off Greenlee. And the Chaos stay alive. Now they're just trying to get their offense on the floor. 40 seconds to go here. They've got a full shot clock. Into the corner, back behind the net, passing it back up to Sheen. Sheen blasts it off the pad, rebounds there. It'll end up back out. And now there's about as much shot clock as there is game clock. Loading up the Chaos fire. They'll end up in the corner, 6-on-5, empty net for the Chaos. Picked up by the Axemen, trying to get a timeout. As we get this wave down here. Did they get it? And it looks like they'll get a timeout. 15 seconds remaining here. As we see the goaltender for the Chaos, Cameron Greenlee, walk back between his posts. And we'll have to see what they load up here. Advantage very much not in the Chaos's favor. As they will start with the ball in the corner. The Chaos need a quick steal here, as they'll be 27 seconds on the shot clock. And the Axemen are going to see how much of it they can waste. Sprinting through center, he's going to go all the way. Smith goes down. And they're just going to let the seconds count down, as I think there was going to be a penalty on the on the Chaos, but it won't matter. The Axemen take down the Chaos 9-8 here at home. A massive upset here in the South Division. A lot of celebrations here as the Axemen win their final home game of the season. And I'm going to quickly say thank you so much for joining us here today on CROW LAX TV for what was an absolutely excellent Junior B Tier 2 matchup. I've been Simon Chaskovsky. See you next time.